Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a speed build of another small town diner. I'm continuing on with my building the world of Copperdale simply because I feel like as fall is approaching, this to me just feels like a small town. It gives that kind of vibe to me, perfect for fall. So I thought I would go ahead and continue with it. But this lot originally, it's a 30 by 30 size lot, and although it is not, it's actually pretty big size, pretty decent sized lot. I wasn't sure what to do to take up space. But I just did a parking lot and little lantern. Not even a full, it was just a one tile, so it wasn't taking up that much space. But overall, I think that was a good move because I was gonna do probably a roller skate rink, just to get more of the activities in. I know I said it like that, but I ended up not doing it. I guess I kind of forgot, really. By the time I set everything down, I really didn't have the space for it. But yeah, I think it was pretty. I mean, this build came along pretty easily. I know the basic shape I wanted. As you see, I'm getting just the rectangular box basically, and I wanted that to be like very simple because very with small town diners, majority are simple. I mean, not really many buildings, to be honest, are so intricate. So I felt that this may be good. One thing I want to say about as I'm placing these windows down, I thought it was going to, when you put the walls down, sometimes the items still show up. I thought it was going to still show up, but it didn't. Except for these, like these corner windows were still showing with the walls down. And then I tried to fix it, and then now I have more windows showing up, so I didn't know how to fix that. But yeah. Also, one thing I said, this was originally, I swapped out the main entrance for two side entrances, as you see here. Just because as I placed the windows down, I really liked the look of the windows, just all across. I feel like you would want a view for the window, even though as I put later to the interior design, you really can't see out the window because of the curtains I placed down and the, the seating. I ended up using the seating from Journey to Batu, and because I liked the colors, they were a little bit too tall for my preference, but I really didn't want to. I don't know. I just felt like those fit them best for a diner. It kind of has that like plastic, leather material, and I feel fits very well for a diner. And so yeah, I ended up doing that. But the blinds I used were, I'm not sure if they're from Get to Work or Strangerfield, don't know. But I liked the look of them, but I feel like they stick out too much out the wall, so it's a bit of a, that gapping that sometimes the curtains have when they clip. But yeah. Oh, and here I was gonna do a vending machine, then I realized it's the diner. Is like, why would I need a vending machine when there's, food gonna be available? So I ended up getting rid of that. I kind of wish there were some like items where kind of like gumball machines or a little more or some more arcade like games, at least because we know we have that. I don't know what it is, but that one arcade game that's pretty bulky. I feel like having one smaller would be a fun update. That's one pack I would like to see. Probably it's like some not necessarily retro style, I guess a bit. I mean, they have done that, I believe, or have they not? No, I don't think so. I mean, they did. I know off the top of my head, the basement treasure or something like that, but I'm not exactly sure. But I feel like something like that would be kind of fun to have in the game. I'm pretty sure there's what is it, CC content or CC for it. I always say CC content, even though the second C is for content. But yeah, that would be kind of nice to have. Even though although I do use a lot of packs for this, well, especially when I'm building the worlds, kind of series, I guess. I don't use CC, but I use a lot of packs. So yeah. Also, this porta potty here, I added it, but then I realized just because I felt like I wanted to give in that not grungy look, but a little run down and a bit old, and I thought that could be like a fun thing to add like before while they're renovating. They didn't have bathrooms yet, so that's what I use. But then as I what is it? When I went back to it, because I didn't build this all in one day. I went and it disappeared. So I decided just to put a rock in it, or a rock instead of it. I used that one from Love Struck, the rock with has the heart chalk. I think it's a debug item. Yeah, oh yeah, there it is. Actually, I don't think I put it in that spot, but I put rocks and more plants and such and stuff like that in that area. I just felt like that would be better just to connect with the surrounding greenery, as it's very what is it? I guess open in a sense. Well, not open, but very outdoors like. So I felt that will make it match better. I was actually like struggling with picking out a name for the diner here. I wanted it to be, I wasn't sure if I wanted to name it after like a certain character that I would be making or something like that. But I ended up calling it, as you see from the title, Teeter Rock Diner, just because I believe these are the rocks behind that are the Teeter Rock. Because I was looking at, I'm not sure the area that I'm building on is at. I can't remember top of my head, but I was reading through it. It mentioned Teeter Rock, and because the obvious rocks behind this lot, I figured that this would be a perfect that would be a perfect name for it. But I do like to do that with implementing Sims lore and story, I guess, with my build. Like for example, the cinema that I did, I just called it Lakeview just because it's right. You can see the lake. I mean, I'm not that clever when it comes to names, but it felt like something like that would be pretty fun. And also those crates I just put down, I was gonna fill them up with I know we have those like soda boxes, and I was gonna do all out, but I just did one side of it just because felt very lazy and didn't want to do. It's very repetitive, and I didn't feel like doing it. I think there is a way that you can duplicate using the tool mod. I know that people have done that. For some reason, I didn't have that duplicate option. I'm not sure if it was removed or I need to do something else to do it. But yeah. Also here, I want to say I couldn't find that exact terrain paint like you see in the bottom, like that grayish dirt kind of tone. I was really trying to look for it, and I just had to make do with some other terrain paint. Luckily, my terrain paint stayed because I know when that was an issue before. I don't know if it's still possible. It probably could still happen, but my terrain paint stayed on because I was wondering if I should just do instead of terrain paint, doing the floor items. But yeah, I figured that it would be, hopefully it would stay, and hopefully the canvases would stay, like the wall art you can download for the gallery, because I put Teeter Rock Diner on the entrance with some gallery art. I'll leave it in the description if you want to use that paint. I don't exactly know off the top of my head who is the person who made it. I'm sorry, I don't know if you heard my dog whining. He's locked in my room right now, but he wants out. Yeah, and then also here in this area, I'm trying to make it look like some teens hanging out around here. I use these snowboards to look like skateboards. I did try to use a tool mod to rotate it so it's like leaning against the fence, but for some reason it wasn't rotating the way I would have liked. Like, it wasn't going the angle, so I couldn't figure that out. But instead, I just did a little area here where they chill out and some of their items and such. And yeah, and it also added a cardboard that like dance mat, their cardboard mat, maybe like us, where the teens hang out there. And then also did another hangout spot here on the roof, maybe for the workers here, employees. So yeah, just basic. Because again, I feel like with a small town feel, I feel like that would be a good little story. Because I feel like it helps bring a little bit of character to the build. And yeah, again, I wasn't sure if I should add more things to the roof, but I felt that it wouldn't need too much because it really wouldn't make sense to have the roof just filled out and crowded. It just wouldn't be as realistic as just a hangout spot. So yeah, kept it very simple. Honestly, hopefully the cups don't go away because I know sometimes the Sims will automatically clean them up, and that's kind of funny because I want it for this to stay static, but then they always clean it up. I don't know if there's any way to stop that, but probably not. But yeah, and then I think yeah, I was like we get on to the floor plan. Very honestly, I didn't plan it out. Usually, I do the floor plan before I show you guys, but yeah, it came along really easily. I mean, I did the bathroom floor plan um off screen, but yeah, I was also struggling here, as you see, with the wallpaper for the kitchen. I recently got the latest or the last 3 kits. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but I felt like the restoration one, I believe it's called, where I felt the fridge and more specifically the coffee maker that with this kind of classic diner feel. But yeah, oh, and these are also the leather couches I was referring to. I don't know, I just feel like these are more of a diner feel than the ones that came in from the dine out pack. Just because the dine out is it's more of a cloth material, and I feel like diners are more like this with a plastic cover. And yeah, I feel like I wasn't sure exactly how to make it fit in with the exterior, like in terms of coloring, just because I feel like this, for example, like the checkered floor plan is very generic, what is it, diner kind of flooring. But I wasn't sure exactly what color scheme, so I just went for the typical red and blue and a little bit beige color scheme, because I know that's a common, especially here in the US. But again, I want to keep it very simple, and yeah, I really can't think of anything else I changed, because honestly this is probably this is the coffee machine I was referring to. I just feel like this fits more of a diner look. Hopefully if I fix this coffee machine and then upload to gallery, it will still show up as fixed. I don't know, but I will double check that. If not, I might as well just switch out for another coffee machine, but I will check that before I upload it to the gallery. And yeah, what else should I say? I'm trying to think of anything else I have to say. Originally this video was going to be 14 minutes long, but now it's 18 minutes. Simply because I felt as I was doing the, obviously speeding up the video, I feel like it was going on too fast because of how much I rotate the camera, and I feel like, well, I was getting dizzy. It could be just because I'm editing behind the computer. I'm just staring at it for a long time. That could be why I felt that it was very, I was spinning around. But I definitely have to keep that in mind when I am recording, just so I don't do this again where it is just because I just need to make my videos not so long so I don't have to talk for as long, just because I feel like I don't know what to talk about, especially if you guys are seeing exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, really not sure. In here, the counter is another struggle I did. Well, it's not really a struggle, but because like I said, this build came along easily, so these were my, in quotes, struggles. I ended up adding that retail counter as well as a matching bar. I believe it's the base game color or tones. So I added those in. Here I am. Oh yeah, I was doing trying to figure out how to make these work, just because I wish we had, as the dyno it has just a standard like this, like it's not curved. And I wish these would have came with it, but they did not. So I had to, here I was like trying to figure out if a wall in between would make sense, whatever, so I got rid of it and did these, just tables instead, because I just couldn't get it to work. I feel like it was taking up space as well, but it just looked more awkward as it wasn't. I feel like having the booths like this, as you see here, more tucked in, made more sense with spacing, so I ended up settling for these, which I liked more. It gave left room for plenty of space. At first I wanted to add more things, and that's why I added the bar and counter here just to get, so it's not totally feels too empty. But yeah. Oh, here, I don't know what was happening, but it was kept on snapping to some point that like there's no table there. I don't know why it was snapping, so I had to make that room, get rid of it, and then start it all over, which I mean wasn't too crazy or dramatic, but very simple. Yeah. Overall, I'm very happy with this look of this diner. I feel like, I don't know, I don't know if it fits the vibe I want to do, the small town kind of feel, but I feel like it's nice. I wish it looked a little bit more cozier, and I did lower the brightness to a warm white or warm yellow. I'm not exactly sure what the color choice was, and I put it at 80% brightness just to make it a little bit more, not dingy. What is, not dingy is not the word. Make it more, I guess, darker. Also did these menus. I don't remember doing that. I don't know if I kept it, but I honestly don't need those. I may get rid of those. I'll see if I even decided, because like I said, sometimes there's changes I make post the video, but for the most part, this is going to be exactly as is. A few little like decorations and wall decor, but really not much has changed. So this is probably the most true from the video and my upload as it will get. And here I was trying to make it a different wallpaper, just for a little bit different, but it didn't really work out as much. I was gonna do the brick, but it felt the brick with the tiles felt too much like a pizza shop. So I felt so I thought, you know, just keep with the wood. And yeah, came along really nicely. Yeah. Also struggled finding diner like paintings. Just because not many were food. I mean, we have the like here I'm using the Bob Pancakes one. We have the pancakes and the orange one that came with Dine Out, so that was work. I could have used that chef one as well, and I'm looking at it. You know, I might add that in later on as well. But yeah, like there wasn't much like this that I wanted. I was thinking of doing some from the gallery, but I didn't want it to disappear. Oh, these also came with one of the newer kits. I don't recall what it is, but I can't think of the top. It was one of the latest ones. Usually I buy the kits. I really don't buy the clothing ones. Oh, alright. Now the video's almost done, so I gotta go. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the little video tour, and I'll see you next week.